The whole shift thing. Everybody seems to think, or a lot of people seem to think, that it's the flashy green light and then the apocalyptic end of the world times worldwide. And it's going to be horrible and people are going to be leaving people behind. And I really think that comes from a low vibration instead of the higher vibration. But also, too many people are caught up in, I feel like, wanting and anticipating that. Do you know what I mean? Like
getting into like a fear cycle.
Exactly. And I think that because for those that become aware or wake up or whatever that shift is in your life, it usually is apocalyptic at your life level. So for me, for mine, it completely ended, and what's new is new. And I can't go back to what was. But it was an apocalyptic thing for me and for my life. So maybe the shift thing is more apocalyptic on your level, but everybody is thinking it on a world level. What do you guys think?
I get what you're saying. I was a big 2012er, December 21st, 2012. I was reading the Mayan calendar. I was, so into it.
Yeah.
And not necessarily in, oh my God, it's going to be the end of the world. Although I can say I was kind of excited for that. Because you look around the world and you go, shit, there's a lot of bad stuff happening. And if this is the end, I accept it. I'm done, you know? And I went to a workshop, and it was probably 2011-ish, and it was about the 2012 Ascension that was going to be happening. And the person that was leading it was talking about how we have these different eras. And so we were in the industrial era from like the early 1700s, I think is what she said, is when it started to slowly creep into our society. And the industrial era ended in the 1900s, and that was the beginning of the technological era, okay? And then the technological era actually ended in 2012, and the early 2000s was the beginning of the New Age era. And so 2012 was when the technological era was over, and the New Age era would actually take over. So she said what you would see is these patterns of this energy that started to grow the early 2000s and build. And here we are post 2012, and we're all in like this great energy, and Reiki is not like this big woo-woo thing anymore, or doing readings or energy work or anything. It's something that's more commonly talked about. And so that's really what these ascensions and these shifts are all about, is opening people to that spiritual truth and that fulfillment, trying to just be happy, because nobody's really, well, not nobody, but a lot of people struggle with happiness.
Yeah, because it's not, I don't know, it's more, what do you do, what do you work, where do you work?
Yeah, and we base each other's happiness on that.
Yeah.
It's, are you married? Do you have children? What do you do for a job? Do you have enough money? And if you meet those criteria, then you must be happy.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed in doing readings for people, and I'm sure you guys as well, it doesn't matter what anybody has at home. Because that personal fulfillment is something that you have to really strive for.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. I think it's more about individual awakening, and we were just having a conversation about this the other day about people calling the event and how there's going to be a reset, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to be wiped out. It just means that there may be something that happens that changes the way people look at what's going on. I'm not convinced there won't be a major tragedy yet to come.
And we've already had so many major tragedies.
There has been a lot. There has been a lot. And I just think that there could be one more big one that's going to then put us back to a point of like, what are we doing? And how do we move forward from here? And I really agree. People have really started to open up and are embracing the lighter side and looking at what means to be happy and recognizing they can choose to be happy. Not always finding their way there, but at least knowing that it's a possibility. I think that's important. And and nobody will ever be happy 100 minutes of the day or 100% of the time in a day. But it's about not staying in that place. I think is really what people are going to start recognizing.
And just going on the whole personal apocalypse, you're absolutely right, because one person going through divorce can be the end of their life, where for another person it might be losing their job, losing a child, losing a spouse,
a parent.
It It could be something as simple as you lost your favorite pair of shoes and you just can't take it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
That could be the flipping point. You're absolutely
It could
right.
be, and we all kind of giggle, but I think we've probably all been there before, where you wake up one day and you can't find your favorite
Anything.
whatever,
Yeah.
and you're just like, I can't do this anymore. Do you know what I mean? And it takes that moment of falling off the cliff, or whatever way you want to look at it, to go, okay, what do I need now? What do I want now? And it just kind of goes into the whole death card of the tarot. It's that transformational time.
And I think too, with that, the reason why we're thinking it's such a big event is going to be global is because we've had so many global disasters coming up. It's like the energies are coming to a peak, but I think you're right, it's going to be more on an individual level rather than this big wave of shockwave energy that's going to kill half the population.